Hey everybody, I want to talk to you today about proper plant pruning. I know that's a mouthful, but it has a little bit to it. If you're going to have a plant indoors, there's a lot of things you need to take care of besides just the amount of water, the amount of light, and the temperature range. You might want to do some pruning to it. And when you have a plant that's first coming up, or even if you've had it established for a while, that can make a huge difference as far as the pruning. Now, if you have bigger hardy plants, they actually have the little tree pruners you can do that really can grab and clip it. But if you have a soft plant, an indoor plant that's just kind of in your house, you can use something like this. Now, if you notice, this is just a stainless steel shears. These are not anything special. I got them off of like Temu for like $1 or something. I had some kind of like awesome deal I got. You can get it anywhere. You can get anywhere you want. Walmart, you can get eBay, wherever you can find a deal for some stainless steel preferable shears, the better. And the reason I say stainless steel is because it's anti-corrosion. Not that it won't corrode over time, but it resists corrosion. And that's really good because you don't want any kind of rust to collect on any kind of metal, and then in the rust, bacteria can collect there. And people may not realize it, but plants are susceptible to infections too, just like people. And the reason you want to prune is to keep some of the dead tissue down. You can clip away, like when a plant is growing, it sometimes it decides to grow a certain way, and it will abandon certain shoots, whether it be leaves or little limbs and stuff like that, and that tends to just kind of wither up. What you can do, you can clip that off and get rid of that dead tissue, and that will keep it from attracting certain types of insects, and that'll keep it from having places where, bacteria and insects can hide. Plus, it makes it look more aesthetically pleasing too. So what you want to do when you get your shears is make sure that you're only using these shears for your plants. You don't want to be using to cut plastics or cut anything with chemicals in it, because those chemicals could be detrimental to your plant, and that's always a bad thing. So find yourself some good shears. It doesn't have to cost that much. And another thing you want to look at is proper sanitation. I know you're thinking sanitation for a plant. What's the deal with that? Well, like I said, it's just like you. If you were being operated on, you wouldn't want anybody to be cutting on you with a dirty blade, Plus the fact that when you're, every time you use your shears between plants, you want to make sure you sanitize it. You can use rubbing alcohol, or you can use peroxide. And as soon as you sanitize it, wipe them off and dry them off, because you don't want there any chance of being any kind of contamination between different plants, because you have, bacteria, you have insect eggs, you have all sorts of things that could cross between plants. And I know you're thinking, hey, if they're in the same house, wouldn't that be an issue? Well, sometimes not. Sometimes the only way that can be spread is by direct contact. And by those shears being the middleman, that can happen. So always sanitize your shears between prunings. But that was just a little thing I wanted to share with you today. All right, guys, thank you for watching.